We had a good workout. Thought the players did a good job flying around. Questions?
Josh Hicks, what are you doing with him this week?
Josh Hicks is going to help us simulate Amir Abdullah. While he continues to learn the safety position, we got to put somebody back there. Obviously, that can give us the right kind of look and the right kind of speed, and I think very highly of Josh's ability at tailback. So he's a good person to do that. And then Isaiah Wharton is going to be their quarterback. We just felt like we needed a quarterback back there who's a little bit more of a threat as a runner. And Isaiah throws it fine, but we needed somebody who's a little bit more of a threat as a runner. And when we get the third and long game plan, we'll probably use a different quarterback.
Why Wharton and not Verbitsky, since he did the running quarterback thing the last time?
Well, Verbitsky really it was the option, and it's a different system. These guys are in the gun, and the run plays are a little bit different, and the angles are a little bit different. So we just felt like Isaiah would be the best guy for the job.
Does he have a lot of quarterback experience or anything like that?
Minimal, but the look we're looking for is more about the quarterback as a runner. And then, again, we'll deal with the passing part of it because their quarterback is an effective passer and a much improved passer from last year. But we'll deal with that more as the week goes on.
When you see their quarterback's completion percentage, is that a result? Do they take a lot of shots downfield, or it's just a little lower than you might expect?
They take shots down the field, but they throw a fair amount of bubbles and screens and passes like that as well. And I think what you probably will find is as they get more comfortable with him in their system, they'll give him more and more. Not that dissimilar to what we saw last week. The more comfortable a guy is in your system, the more he can do, and the more stress you can put on a defense.
They have two receivers with almost the same exact stats, same catches, same yards, same touchdowns. Do they have a number one receiver? I don't know if you have a corner you like to put up on number one receivers.
It's generally not the way we play, but they do have a very talented group of receivers. And then they got a freshman, number 15, who's a dynamic punt returner and a guy who's starting to come on in the passing game. So they've got some legitimate weapons back there.
So you'll just keep your corners on like their side of the field.
We don't want to divulge the whole game plan on Tuesday, but they do have our film, and generally that's what we do.
Their offensive line averaging, I think, 305 across the board. More physically imposing.
What do we average?
I think about 300.
All right.
So 5 pounds. But
I think that's life in the Big Ten. I think as you look at the offensive lines in this conference, that's what you're going to see. It's not something we're not used to seeing or looking at. There's been some big offensive lines that we've played against over the years, but the more important thing is that they've got a talented offensive line, and I think they're very well coached, and they do what they do very well. And then Amir Abdullah is a spectacular player, but he can't do it by himself. There's a lot of guys out there blocking in front of him that are doing a good job as well.
And they play more than 5, right?
Correct, they do.
Kyle, obviously the flood.
Appreciate the shout out.
The spread has many origins, but did you think the Rich Rodriguez offenses you saw in the mid 2000s kind of help kickstart the spread wave? Or
I would say that Coach Rodriguez's success certainly plays a part in it because people get to see that on a national level, and a lot of times it trickles down from college into the high school level. What I see from Nebraska resembles a lot more of Nevada and the pistol than it does what Coach Rodriguez did. What Coach Rodriguez did was more with one or two backs in the backfield on the same level as the quarterback. And, what you're seeing from these guys is a little bit of that, but you're also seeing a fair amount of pistol and some pistol run game. So, we had a chance to visit out there in Nevada a couple of years ago, and the coaches there were very, very good to us in terms of sharing information. So I would tell you from what I've seen from Nevada and what I've seen from Nebraska, there's probably more influence there.
Was that when Chris Ault was their offensive coordinator?
Yeah, correct. Chris Ault was the head coach.
I'm sorry.
The head coach. I don't think he was the offensive coordinator by title, but it's his offense.
Right.
Didn't we play someone who did a lot of pistol last year? I feel like I'd
have to go back and look. Last week seems like a year ago, so I'm not sure I'm ready to speak on that.
Is your AD allowed in practice, or are you concerned if you can divulge the secrets?
The reference to being a Nebraska alum?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think her loyalties are well dug in here.
Kyle, with playing the two backs that you're playing, how do you measure success in the run game? Is it a yards per carry metric that you want to reach, or is it a total between them? Or
I don't know that I would put a number on it. Ultimately, we'll be measured on the scoreboard. We want to win the game. We'll be 1-0 on Saturday. That's the ultimate measure of success. And I think the other thing that we're going to need to do to be 1-0 is we have to minimize the big plays. If we can minimize the big plays, then what happens to the other team? Then you test their patience and how willing are they to continue to run it. But if you give up big plays in the running game, it's going to be hard to be 1-0.
I'm sorry, I meant from your own running game.
Oh, from our running game,
Yeah.
I think I meant defending theirs. Oh, we need to be effective running the football. Again, we don't have a goal board with a number on it or anything like that. We need to be effective running the football, and I would tell you we need to be effective early in the game running the football.
Did you have any temptation? I know you said you're going to alternate. You have any temptation to stick with Desmond after you had that a good drive?
No, I think both guys are doing a good job, and we'll continue to do it the way we